Hello and welcome to the Blackout Podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. And today I've been dying to talk to this dude right here, Jimmy P Torres, super awesome photographer, videographer, and your social media, your Instagram page is so captivating.
Oh, thank you.
So, thank you so much for coming to the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
I want to start with your Instagram first. Like, how do you decide? Because your pictures, you planned it out. It's not like just randomly put up there.
Yeah, now it's not like that. At the beginning, it was like just throwing pictures, but then I start to think, now I want to show something a little bit different in a different format, and I start to make that different feed, and now I even change it a little bit more. But yeah, now I'm thinking a little bit more what I want to show and stuff like that. And it's hard to choose sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, because you take a lot of photos and you take a lot of good photos. So I think you have a good problem because you have to choose from a number of good stuff,
Yeah, I know. But now in order to release my mind of that, normally I left that task to the client. I said, you know what? I'm going to send you all the raw files, and you pick the ones that you like the most, and I'm going to do those for you.
Holy shit! Okay.
In that way, it's better for them too, because sometimes some people say I have, I don't know, the left side is better than the right one or whatever, and instead of me to chosen the wrong one, they pick whatever they want, and sometimes they are even pickier than me. For me, a picture is, looks cool. I said, no, there is something there that. So it's better in that way for them, and so I try to do that now.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Okay, now I want you to take my photo. I want to take a headshot. I don't like it's kind of funny. I have the same headshot from maybe 2015, maybe 2016. So obviously that's old. So I need a new one, but I'll talk about that later. So let's rewind and go back. How did you get into photography? What made you decide to start working with a camera?
Oh, well, I always liked the photography side and take pictures, but I never really did it professionally. I am a sound engineer. That's my actual career. So I was always working with musicians, doing videos and stuff like that. And I took picture of all the behind the scenes, the microphone, the setup of the instrument, of people singing or doing whatever. And I like to, I don't know, the focus on some things that are not the regular pictures. And someday I was with my camera and it was a wedding and the photographer didn't show up. And so the person told me, do you want to jump into the pictures? Yeah, sure. And yeah, here I am now.
Wow. How long ago was that?
Oh, it was a long time ago. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Was it in Chile or?
Yeah, it started in Chile, but here, when I moved here almost 14 years ago from Chile to here, I never grabbed a digital camera. So one day, close to
wait. So it was the thing?
This was film. Yeah, that was film.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So I have a story about film camera, and like I respect people that shoot with film cameras because I think they have 36 of those things, 36 exposures, whatever. One time I got it, and I'm thinking I'm taking photos, but like out of the 36, maybe I could only use 6 or 5.
Yeah.
So anybody that shoots with film camera, I'm like, holy shit, it's so much work.
Yeah. Well, I've been working with other photographers here, and I normally try to make the picture works in camera. So like in these ones, for example, most of what you see here, it was done in camera, not in post, because I hate to be sitting in front of the computer taking pictures. But it's because I learned in film. In film, you cannot really screw up a picture and try to fix it later because
Yes, that's
it's
what it
expensive.
is. Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
I most of the work that I do is in camera. Is done in
So
camera.
that is actually a plus because you actually had to make sure the exposure was right
Yeah.
and the thing was right. Versus now I shoot. My friend behind, he hates me because I always just put in auto and shoot.
Oh yeah. No, and I'm kind of crazy too. I like to play with colors and other stuff. So it is, well, for me, it's really rewarding when I take a picture that sometimes takes a time to set up the lighting, the exposure, and all that stuff. But then you take the picture and you show that to the client, and they say, wow, this looks so cool. It's like processed already. And it's not, but
Yes.
yeah, it's like, yes, I did it.
Okay, so you were shooting film and then you only started shooting digital when you moved, or?
Yeah, when I moved here, I didn't have any camera. I didn't have any money really, but before my daughter was born, I bought a camera, and I started to take some pictures. And that was my first digital one.
Digital.
So it was like, oh, this is so cool. And you can see the results, and then you can tweak some things here and there. But yeah, I kept the bad habit of trying to make it work in camera. And
Is that a bad habit? I think that's a really good habit.
well, yeah, well, some people are magicians in the post processing stuff. I hate to be there tweaking more.
What do you use? Do you prefer Photoshop or what's it? Lightroom?
I normally use Lightroom because you can process.
Batch,
Batch.
yes.
I don't have the patience to use Photoshop. Really, it's like horrible.
You don't set it up and poop and it does everything.
Most of the time, well, I always said that my only skill in the post is cropping, because that's really what it is. It's like I am taking out someone that, or I don't know, something that shouldn't be in the frame, but
Right.
that's it. Yeah, that's my skill.
Okay, so you got this camera a couple of, years ago, but you were just shooting for yourself, right? It wasn't like a business then?
No, I was just shooting myself, the guitar, and not even myself. It was just a guitar, I don't know, the snow outside or whatever. But yeah, then I started to shoot my daughter when she was born, and the family stuff. And someday I found an advertisement saying that a photographer was looking for someone to help him in their wedding business. So I sent a message, we talk, we get together, and I was doing weddings for, I don't know, a few years.
Wow.
Mostly helping him and helping to others. And I did a few weddings by myself too. But yeah, that was until COVID hit.
Yeah, that shut things down. Well,
Yeah.
Let's talk about weddings, right? When it comes to you and shooting for weddings, what is your process? How do you prepare for it? Are there particular things you want to shoot?
Well, I try to not do weddings. It's not really my thing.
Why not?
I think, well, money-wise is good.
Right.
But honestly, everyone wants the same thing. It's like, we want that picture of us to, yeah, okay. And we want that picture that we have seen this. Oh, yeah, that is like 100 times. Yeah. So there is no much creativity in the process for me. So it's kind of like, okay. But I do weddings. Sometimes I do weddings for friends mostly, or for people that recommend me or stuff like that. Or when they say that they look for me because they have seen something that I have done, not because they want to have someone that someone else did. So that's more cool. I like that kind of stuff. Last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember, there was an Indian guy that sent me a message saying that he got married in India, but they were going to celebrate their wedding here in Canada with their friends. I said, so do you want kind of like wedding pictures? Yeah, but we don't really want the wedding because the wedding was already done, but we want you to take your pictures for us. Said, oh, that's cool. Okay, so I felt like I have the freedom to do stuff, and we did some cool stuff and some colorful pictures, and it was good. Yeah, that kind of things in weddings I like. If I can be myself, if I need to doing, I don't know, the picture that
everybody else does, like, okay. So you met this person, did the video wedding photos and stuff until COVID.
Mm.
How did you pivot when COVID hit?
Well, when COVID hit, because I was trying to improve my photography, I bought some lighting, flashes, and stuff like that, and I was trying to get something even cooler than what I was doing at that moment. And then COVID hit, and there was no more wedding. So I thought, oh shoot, what do I do with all this
You
gear
just
now?
spend all that money, yeah.
And then I started to reach out to some people that I saw on Instagram and I said, hey, would you like to shoot with me? And nobody really knew my name or anything. I was good at that time. I don't know. I don't want to sound like an ego guy, but I think I was good enough.
Right.
And I hear so many no's. It was kind of like, oh, shoot, no. But then someday one girl told me, yeah, you know what? Let's shoot. And yeah, we did some cool pictures. I remember.
What was the shoot? Do you remember?
Oh yeah. It was in the COVID time. It was so no. Street was almost empty, and we went to the Citadel first, and we did some sunset shoots there in the Citadel with the sun in the back, and it was beautiful. She is a beautiful girl. So we were shooting, it was fun, and I was showing her the picture right away, and she was like, and we connect from that moment on, and then we went to downtown, and I went a little bit crazy with the lighting, colors, and all that stuff. And
where downtown?
Where the World Trade Center is, that area. So we were doing pictures there. And then when I shared those in, I don't know, Facebook and Instagram, some more people start to put attention.
I like this thing. I want to do one with you too.
And also not many, at that time, not many people were using gels or colors or lighting in photography. Even now, you probably see around that people are carrying cameras, but not
gels.
Yeah, so I grow some muscles because of the carrying of the stuff. But yeah, it is fun. It's fun, and for me, it's different too because I like that kind of impactful picture or to see the rise in the eyes and all that stuff that you can achieve with some lighting.
Yeah, so no. Cool. See, that's the thing. Photo, whatever the medium you are using to share this thing to the world, it should, it should impact you, should touch you in some way, whether you hate it or like it, but it should touch you some way, it should evoke some kind of emotion. So, you were talking about carrying gear and stuff. What's typically in your gear bag?
Well, I bought actually a small wagon to carry the stuff. So in that wagon, I put some stands for the lighting, a soft box, and I have a bag where normally carry my camera, 2 lenses probably, and 4 flashes, and a bunch of different gels for different stuff like that. And
let's talk about lenses. You mentioned 2 lenses. What are the 2 lenses you go to?
Oh, well, I just got a 50 millimeter. It's an aperture 1.2, and I love that lens. It's so beautiful.
I agree, but so you are partial to, I guess fixed lens versus zoom lenses.
Yeah, I like to use the prime lenses, those fixes, just 1 millimeter. And it's also because I learned in that kind of format. And it's kind of like it forces you to make the frame precise because you don't have the zoom option to go farther away or include more stuff or less stuff. It's like, if you want to zoom in and out, you need to use the legs. It's like analog, zoom in and out. So you have to move. So I like that. I like that.
And are there particular things you look for when you're trying to frame something or an object in your frame?
That depends, really. Sometimes, one day I remember we did a shoot with a girl, and we were trying to use the most common places in Halifax, but try to make them look different. So the idea was just to go to any place. Well, it was in Grand Parade, around that area, but we we're trying to show the things in a different way, in the way that someone sees the picture and they said, where is this located? So we were trying to focus not in the regular stuff. We were trying to focus in, I don't know, whatever, in the street. Even we shoot around some garbage cans and stuff like that, crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, just to make it, I don't know, different.
So was that like a photo walk or?
No, it was just us trying to be insane.
That you want to create something. And now, okay, so the wedding thing kind of went to, working with this model and shooting other people. Now, like, how do you get the clients now? Do you reach out to them? Do they reach out to you?
No, you know what? I think I'm kind of lucky. Sometimes I reach people, but I have a good amount of people reaching out to me, people that I know and people that never hear before, but they seen or they have heard about me. I hope good things, but yeah, you never know. But yeah, I have a good amount of people that are interested in to do something with me, or so I'm lucky, I guess.
Wow. And I get what brand camera do you shoot with?
Canon.
Which one?
I have an R5 now. Yeah.
Oh fuck. That's not cheap.
I know. Yeah. Oh, I have only one kidney left now.
One kidney, that's so funny. What do you love about that camera? Because I mean, there are cameras that could still get you close to the type of photos you take, but why did you specifically go for the R5?
Well, I used to have a 5D Mark IV until last week. Actually, I sold that one, and that was an amazing camera, but it's a little bit heavier, and this one is a little bit lighter. So that is pretty cool because, well, I can see I'm tiny, so I need something lighter for me. And it's so cool and fast too, and it's so quiet. Sometimes you don't even hear that you are shooting. It's
really?
Like, yeah, it's so quiet. It's like, I don't know.
So you've always shot Canon since you started digital?
Yes, since I started digital, yes. When I actually learning a Nikon camera. And I was looking for Nikon here too, because the first digital that I bought was a used one. But at the same time, I knew that if I want a camera, I want lenses too. So I was looking for, and everyone was selling Canon lenses and not much Nikon. So I thought, well, okay, Canon will do it. And I love that Canon. And because I have a few lenses now, it's like too expensive to change the whole setup to another brand.
Right.
So it's,
right.
And I love the camera. Well, I'm not sure. There are so many good cameras around, but I don't think that the camera is the whole trick. It's also what you put. I don't know. It is the chemistry between you and the gear. It's not just the gear.
Okay, so let's talk about actually also the chemistry between you and the person you are shooting. You've, say talked online or on your email, whatever, you've agreed to do the shoot. What happens?
Well, it's different. I like to think that I am an easygoing person, but not sure. But
you are easygoing.
But in the same way that we are talking now, when I meet someone, we start to do the same thing. I ask them, so what do you like? Or I don't know, do you like something about yourself? Or I don't know, whatever. I'm pretty bad giving instruction and directions to people. I just try to make them be themselves. And when I see something, of course, that I like, say, oh, can you repeat that? Or can you move this a tiny bit? But most of the time it's just themselves. And I'm just shooting in the back part. So it's that kind of, in that way, I don't feel the pressure of, okay, move this, I don't know, 3 degrees to the left, and that's not.
But also you can crop it out, right?
Oh yeah, that's my skill. So yeah,
your skill. You can crop it out.
That's me.
So I remember we're talking on Zoom, and I love your background. What is it with colorful lights that you love? Because that's the thing that really stands out in your photos. Like, what's with the colors?
Well, I love colors. I love to, I don't know. One day, for example, I was shooting with a musician from Ontario, is Justin Mackey, and he told me, okay, let's do some pictures. Yeah, sure. And we went to downtown Halifax, and everyone takes picture in downtown Halifax because it's beautiful. But we were trying to create something cool and new. So there was a huge wall, kind of in an orange brown color, beautiful. But I wanted to add something else, so I add a pattern with a red color, I think. And there was some people that was walking by, and that day there was a lady, and she was carrying a camera. And I told her, please come in and I can shoot after. No, I want to see it. I said, okay, cool. So I shoot. And then she was looking and said, do you want to see what we shoot? Oh, yes, please. And I showed her and said, oh, how did you do that? And she started to talk, and we started to do that. And even Justin, the musician, he was telling, yeah, and he put this light here and there, and it looks so cool. And yeah, it looks different for what, because, I don't know, you see a place, but then when you see the picture in the back of your camera with all the lighting and colors and all that stuff, it's like,
where the hell is that? Where the hell is that?
So yeah, I like that.
No, talking about that, another one is the photos you do with the Advocates of Truth, because that's how I actually, saw you. I love that. What was the process of making that video? Well, of making that photo?
Yeah, it was cool. They contacted me once because they were telling me that, well, actually, they want me to meet first, and said, okay, we like what we have seen in your Instagram and stuff like that. So, oh, cool. So they told me, you know what we are looking for is to make the cover of our next album. So we would like you to do that. I said, ooh, that's cool. I said, well, yeah. And then they told me that they like the color stuff and the lighting, and said, okay, let's do this. And we got together in Pier 21 in that area.
Love it.
And it was kind of a rainy day. It was really crappy night.
Wow.
And there was a wall, with a brick wall or something like that. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I thought, you know what, for the colors that they were wearing or whatever, I don't remember really what happened, but I put some blue and red colors in their back, and then I light them both, and I shoot, and they said, oh, that's it, that's what we want. And we shoot a few other frames, but really that was it. I think they picked the first one that we shot that night. So.
No, I mean, whenever they're doing any promo or whatever, I'm telling them that is the photo to show, because it captures, their brotherhood, it captures who they are as artists, it captures their cool yet active. It's like hot and cold, like these guys have all these things.
And it was cool, and they are so much fun, and they are so nice people and so talented. So it was pretty cool. I think we got in a good vibe the whole time, and I don't know, I like those guys. They're so cool.
I'm pretty sure they like you too. I'm not asking, but I'm pretty sure, because you're so warm and so likable, and you also shoot really, really cool stuff. While we're talking, I also find out you do video too.
Yeah.
I mean, but before we jump to the video, let's start with sound. How did this sound in? Because I know everyone, at least most people know Jimmy P Torres, the photographer, not Jimmy P Torres, the sound engineer. What's the story there?
Well, I work in studio recordings, I don't know, so many years back home in Chile, and I even taught in a few universities and college how to do it, recording the whole stuff. And I was lucky. I did many good things, tons of albums, concerts, and stuff like that. But yeah, because I was living from that in Chile, it was like every time you need to bring the next project. So because you have to pay rent and all stuff, and at some moment, it was kind of like I was not really doing it because I love what I was doing. It was more like I need the money, and so bring the projects over.
Yeah.
So when I moved here, I didn't talk any English at all. So I didn't even try to look for a job in that field. And at the same time, it was a break for my mind. It was like, okay, I'm not really trying to get all the clients that I want to for that. So, but always kept, I don't know, an audio interface, a computer, and I have a small booth now at home, and I do recordings there.
Oh.
Actually, I mix, the last album that I mixed was, I don't know, but the release party of the album was done in January, I think. And it was pretty cool. It's a couple of guys that are from here, Patrick and Daniels, and they are pretty cool. They do an interesting music, and I do sound engineer stuff still. Last week actually was recording with someone else, but that
At your home studio?
Huh? I mean, your own studio, yes.
No. You said you were recording someone. Was it at your home studio?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And but normally I don't promote the audio part because for the audio, because it's kind of the first love, you know. I like to pick my projects in that way.
Particular.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this thing. So, what when they say I want to mix and master a song, what is that?
Oh well, mixing is blend all the instruments together plus effects and whatever you want to add, and it's just, for me, it's the same than photography. I mix lighting, colors, and all that stuff with subjects and background. So it's the same idea in audio. It's like you pick different instruments, effects, or whatever texture that you want to add, and combine them together and try to make something pleasant to the ear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's talk about the album covers, the magazine covers. I mean, when you get commissioned to shoot something like this, do you get shown the model first, or?
Well, these are not really commission magazines. They are magazines that you submit your pictures. They choose people from, I don't know, not everyone really gets into the magazine.
Right.
And sometimes you submit, I don't know, 12 pictures and they choose only 6 from them.
Oh, I see. Okay, so how do you, I love this, you know, do you dress the model? Do you decide what they wear? What happens?
Yeah, normally, well, actually, the first magazine that I shoot, I don't know, this one. This was my first magazine ever.
Okay, see, this is you, because it's color.
Yeah, but this was not my picture. We didn't make it to the front cover, but we did it to the back cover that time.
Oh, right.
She was the one that picked her outfit, and this is a sunrise shoot, actually.
So, okay, let's talk about this photo a little bit. Where is this? Which beach is this one?
Conrad's Beach.
Okay, that's a long ass drive.
Yeah, it is.
So if you want to meet the sunrise, what time did you guys?
We met at 4 something a.m. And actually that morning she texted me early. Are you still up for the shoot? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, because I am not one to wake up and make up.
Right.
So yeah,
So you get there. How do you do you still light it, or you're just using natural light for this one?
No, there is lighting, because even for this one, as you can see here, the sun and all that is there
right into your lens.
Yeah, so the amount of light that is coming from the background is quite amount, so
you have to.
She was totally in darkness without any lighting, so I need to put some light on top of her. And
what was your lighting setup for this one?
Oh, it was just one light in a soft box kind of in front of her, and yeah, that's it. It's quite simple, really, not complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first magazine ever.
That wasn't the first shoot you've done with the model, though.
No, that was our second shoot.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so how do you decide which of your photos you're going to submit to a magazine like this?
I normally talk to the model and I ask them, okay, so would you like to send me some pictures for a magazine? And when they say yes, I ask them, okay, do you want me to choose or do you want to pick? So it's kind of in between sometimes. If they can choose, even better for me, because I release my mind.
You said that. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now say I'm like, oh, I have a camera or whatever, and I want to shoot stuff. What kind of advice would you give someone that wants to get into shooting?
Well, I've been asked sometimes that kind of stuff, and I normally say, well, if you really want to shoot, uh, learn to use your camera first. That's the first thing that you need to do. And I always said, you know what? I before to start to shoot with people, I was testing at home. I have so many pictures of My Little Ponies and toys and things like that because I was trying something.
Right.
And then when this is what this does, because I never studied really photography. So then I started and I want to recreate that, and I know how to now because I know how
Right.
to
You've done
adjust the
it
settings.
over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you always shoot manual and raw, right?
Yeah, manual and raw. Yeah.
So when you go out and you come back, how big are the, like, what's the size of the hard drive that you?
Yeah, that's it. It's manual and raw, and all the time carrying the stuff just to be sure that for whatever situation is around, I'm
Right.
ready for it.
You're
Yeah.
good. You're good.
Yeah.
So with this one is this one is your this one is your photo? Is this?
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah. I think all the other ones are mine. Yeah, all the other ones are mine.
Okay, so the other thing I want to touch is like, there was, and I don't know, because we just started talking recently, but just before the pandemic, there was this whole thing that came out on social media about like a photographer that had like a negative experience with the models they work with, and the whole thing came out with like boudoir shoots, and you do that. So I'm saying, how do you, like, what is your process when it comes to boudoir shoots? How do you develop the trust you have with the models that you work with?
Well, actually, the boudoir thing came not because I was trying to do boudoir. Um, I love the challenge, though. Every time that someone says, "Have you done this?" No. Do you want to? Yes. It's like, yes, I want to. So one day I got a message. Have you done boudoir? No, I haven't. Would you like to try to? Yeah, sure. But yeah, I'm not. I normally when I met someone and I took like we are doing now. So and really, I don't know. I'm not trying to be around the girl all the time and while she's trying to get change or whatever. I just let them free, and whatever they want to do is up to them. And I always say, well, whatever you want to use, it's totally up to you. Whatever you want to wear or not wear, anything is up to you. It's not. My thing is just to take the pictures, not really. You are in front of the camera, so you know what you are doing, or if you don't, at least I show you every time what I'm shooting. So it's not like, because sometimes a camera can be focusing just one particular, I don't know, frame or subject or piece of something. I'm not that kind of creepy guy. I like to. Okay, this is what we are doing.
Right.
So
You
away.
just go there.
Yeah.
You're doing this show, and because now when you create that relationship, you just keep creating the amazing photos you create for your
thank you.
For your portfolio and stuff. I love your website, and I love how simple and straightforward it is. So if I go there, if I want to work with you, I see it. Why did you take that approach? Because some people make it so difficult for you to, why did you make it so easy for, I guess, clients to be able to reach out to you like that?
Well, I don't really like complications, so it's like, this is what it is. Yeah, it's just like that. It's like,
no, it's true. I agree. That's one of the things I really loved about our website, because I hate when I go to a website and I have to jump through hoops just to say I want to take a photo. Like, please, come on, man.
Yeah, no, for me too. It's like right away. This is it.
So something I want to touch, because, and I don't know if you have an opinion on this, but I'm curious, is that lately there's the AI thing. And the whole point is that it's like taking images that artists have created and photographers have taken to create this, like, their own image. What is your thoughts on that? Like,
I don't know. To be honest, I seen some cool stuff that the AI creates, and that's okay. I think I don't know if some people relied on the software to do many stuff. It is an amazing tool. I use software too, but I'm not sure if I will rely on the AI all the time. I guess that I watch too much Terminators movies, so I think that kind of afraid of I don't know Skynet and all that stuff.
I knew we were gonna have a good time chatting. Man, I'm having so much fun. Okay, I know you have like a busy day planned, but I want to let you go with this question though.
Okay.
You are doing this thing you love, but you're also doing it like as a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's a part of you that sometimes is like, oh, I'm just gonna shoot this thing, you know, but then you also need to pay rent and do all these things. How do you, I guess, balance the two sides, you know? I just want to create these cool photos versus I need to actually get paid for this thing, you know?
Oh well, I guess that is. I'm not sure how talented or lucky I am, but I've been lucky enough to receive many clients that they just like what I do. So they trust in whatever that I say. Sometimes it's crazy, but they trust and they tell me often, you know what, I trust in what you are doing. So do whatever you think that is going to look cool, and I'm okay with it. And yeah, you have a good amount of clients that try, or sometimes it's just because they seen something that I have done and they like it and they want to try their own thing. So I guess that is and it's a good balance. And sometimes I do some TF, I don't know, time for prints shoots and or free shoots. But lucky enough, I haven't done those that often lately. But yeah, sometimes I do because I like to try something else or something cool. And if I don't know, we agree with the person to do not have any charge in the photography side or the model side. But we just want to create something, and from then you learn and you can apply that to your next client. So it is a good way to balance and create and also receive some profit, because you know all these toys are expensive. So,
yeah,
and
the
I need
R5, I mean.
yeah, and yeah, you can get rid of one kidney, but you need the other one. So.
You need at least one of the
At
two.
least one, yeah.
Okay. Oh shoot! I said that was gonna be my last one. This is the real last one though.
Okay.
What are some things that you're hoping to work on in the future?
Well, I really hoping to meet more new faces. Always it's so cool to meet new people and with new ideas and stuff like that, because I have ideas, but sometimes it's like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't have anything, man. But some people came in to me and said, you know what, I want to do this. I have some wins and I have this. I say, ooh, okay, cool. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Because yeah, it's just a start and a sparkle, and then you, I know, you can build something cool. So yeah, I would love to meet more new people and to get involved in as much new and crazy ideas that I can be. So that's always a challenge, to try to get to whatever you haven't done before.
Okay. Man, Jimmy, thank you so much for coming. I'm going to reach out to you because I think I'm ready to do a new headshot. I don't know what I'll wear for the headshot though. I just need to make up my mind. But thank you so much for coming to the podcast
No,
today.
thank you. Thank you for having me. This was fun. And yeah, time flies, right?
It does.